Hello world, I'm Carp. Welcome back to Cultist Simulator Apostle Entheate, where we are in a pretty tricky situation since we have 3 fascinations here, but hey, at least we have this fleeting reminiscence here, so I'm gonna go take it away. And I took a look at my notes, and this book here, which is written in VAC, which means we can actually read, this will actually give us a dread, so we can make this to be lesser, so we're not gonna die immediately, so that is at least something positive. We're also at this moment doing some unskilled labor. We're trying to get rid of some evidence. We are doing an expedition and Runewald's permanent circus, and we need to send Cat Caro over here. Hey, there's Lidlow. Lidlow, where you been? And yeah, we are dreaming about the stacked door. Our enemy is preparing an action. We send Slee there to spy, and next up is coming a season of nothingness. So need to remember check what is coming up after this cycle has gone once. Okay, and yeah, we do not dare to go to the Painted River because we can get fascination from there, so let's just take this subtle rapid shop. Which I'm not sure if I've ever taken it. In sleep, I ran my fingers along the rich edges of the stacked door scars. Our company, it was that shattered it, Gerby said suddenly. Before the gods who were flesh, the mantis was forbidden to mortals. We are the first, no. He begins again to weep his molten tears. I wished we had not. I wish I had died in the world. I have forgotten what else he said, but I remember the shape and the fissures in the stacked door. And for all of today, doors will fear my touch. What is this? It's level 10, so you can get some good stuff from that, I think. Get some notoriety here, which is never a good thing. Also, you only turn into a furious air, so we can still use the inner right to summon something. Let's see if there are any rights we could use. And stacked door, of course, we'll just keep dreaming about it, since there's nothing better for us to dream about right now. Okay, finished our work. So, right of the crow's quenching takes an invocation, it takes an influence, and it takes an offering. I think I already checked this last time. Probably, or did I check this one? Yeah, okay, this takes an instrument instead of, it's still pretty much the same ritual otherwise. Right, where's our sunset? Right, there's our sunset, right? Why is it there? Be here. We'll just actually be here. Let's put you like this. Okay, so the sunset, right, we could use the rousing air, we could use a consent of wounds, lantern, hot, or winter. Lantern. Hot. Winter. And this is not good enough for anyone. Okay, well, if we put this here, then we probably will have enough knock to get anything we want. So who do we want to summon? Let's check the rights. Maybe we want to summon a raw prophet. Let's see if we can get one. Yes, we can. Okay, let's take a raw prophet out here. Like, if we can't get rid of this evidence now, then we can use the raw prophet to try to get rid of that evidence instead. But hey, Isabeth, you did manage to get rid of that evidence. Good. Now, let's return these commissions. Oh, there's Poppy's commission that we need to do, and I haven't done for some reason. But yeah, it's not really that big a deal when we do it. Oh, an affliction. Well, we have a vitality here, so we can dream that affliction away quite easily, as soon as we can dream about it more. Do we know anything what you're doing? You are taking a respite, and you might grow stronger from that. That is unfortunate, but unavoidable. Okay, a bronze spin tray for us, thank you. And since we get a bronze spin tray here, we're of course gonna fix the Wildering Mirror immediately. It is the most important thing for us to do. Okay, and we translated this book here, what was it called? On the Matter and the Deeds of Serpents. This was probably the prophecies of the Naga rendered into English and illustrated by William Midnight in Paris in the 1880s, but it shows a number of divergences from that text. It's certainly quite reasoned by the standard of that text. Serpent folk called the Great Hooded Princess came to know the order called the House of Lethe and warred across the miles with them. They made an alliance with the mother of ants whose children they had been. Okay, we'll take the Forgotten Chronicle since I'm still too afraid to go the Painted River. And then we'll dream this affliction away. Oh, where did she go, Vitality? Okay, summon the Raw Prophet. We'll just send him over here, just to keep him locked. I mean, it's not gonna help us here at all, but it doesn't really matter. Let's do Poppy's commission. Do we have enough Winter Law? Yes, we do have enough Winter Law. Good. Some reason here. Oh no, a season of notoriety coming up once more. That is always unfortunate. I'll put the spin tree here to fix the mirror. And yeah, you guys should do fine against the curse. I mean, it is a lantern or moth curse, yes. And we have lantern 10 here. Maybe I should just send Pope there, just to have even more lantern. I mean, I don't need him for anything back here, so yeah, let's actually just do that. And there was one dread from the Matter and Deeds of Serpents. The text describes how the Great Hooded Princes escaped, or will escape, from the Fifth History, where they had died or were doomed to die. They engaged in a secret conquest of the land of the Great River, called India in some histories, and have ensured that all other conquests of that land are false conquests. So we get a formulae of Phidian, and none of the other books I have will give us dread. So that's quite unfortunate, but actually some might give fascination now that I think about it, so I probably need to check which ones those are so that I didn't accidentally read them. But we're just gonna start by translating The World Does Not Weep here, so before I read it I really need to check my notes to see if it gives us fascination. If it does, it's gonna be real bad. And our health is back to full, good, and we'll wait for that 1.1 seconds so that the mirror is fixed, and then we'll, you know, just be there. Actually, yeah, go here. That's a better spot for you. Yeah, Peacock Door, Wildering Mirror. Come on, give me the splendor now, please. Okay, that commission. Right, need to return these commissions, of course. Actually, let's just take Jennings' commission first. Then we'll return these other two, and okay, yeah, let's just take it and we'll work on that. Secret histories, underworld ambiguity, use the reason there, return these other things to Shay and Poppy. You are taking a respite, yes. Oh, and the season of bad stuff. I'm gonna grab this notoriety that's gonna go away, just in case. Actually, now is not the time to grab it just yet. Okay, silver spin tray, good. Did this push Jennings' thing somewhere, or do we not have? Oh, we do not have one from Jennings. Okay, so let's take one from Jennings. Well, it did took the one that had higher numbers, so it doesn't matter that it wasn't grabbing this bad, like I said I was gonna do. The curse won't touch us. Good. Okay, translated, the world does not weep. And it's not gonna give us fascination, so let's just read it. Brown Joshua found this in a wall in Hamath. There's an unlikely story that it was abandoned by Alexander during his retreat from Issus. The unknown adept who wrote this proclaims, "The world forgets, but the ivory dove does not." The text contains a number of prescriptions for ensuring that certain acts are remembered, including a rite which requires a sacrifice in a particularly monstrous mode. Okay, Jennings gave us a small heart commission. Come on, Jennings. Give us something better. I'll return this to Poppy. Spin tree down here. Okay, more spin tray for us. Ibn, give us... Oh, wait, where's... Oh, right, we're doing your commission right now. That's what's going on. Right, we need to speak to people about something. No, we can just start taking more people in the cult right now. Or no, we still need to find some knock people, so let's just talk about secrets on the streets. That's gonna take... No, let's not. Let's wait for the 6.4 seconds so that we are in the dream here, and fascination. Come on, it can't be that difficult to give me that splendor. Alexis the red shirts, a favor from authority. That's nice. Doesn't help us at all here. Each of the stained glass windows of the red shirts is devoted to a distinct appetite, and the scenes they show are from life. Last night, in one of the uglier windows, I saw the appetites a certain public figure satisfied in private. I know he won't want this information made public. Perhaps he will show me some consideration. What's that? A glimmering... Okay, so that didn't help us at all. This is funny, because this favor from authority is at the same time like one of the most useless things in the game, and also one of the most useful things. Like if you're in a situation where you get too much evidence and they're actually trying to catch you, so this is the only thing that will help you. But if you're not in that situation, it is just a waste of space. It'd be nice if you could like use it with something to get rid of a notoriety. I don't know, maybe there is a way to do that. But not that I figured out, because this can't really be put in anything, because it does the aspect suspicious, and this is pretty much the only thing that grabs those that have the aspect suspicious, as far as I know. Okay, but yeah, that means that we can actually talk on the streets and try to get more people in the cult. Like find some of the knock people. Ooh, after the circus. In the striped tent, calling teratologies behind... What in the world? Calling teratologies behind smeared and murky glass. In the grey tent, dripping fog that nuzzles us like a hunting cat. Fog rank as an animal. In the black and star tent, wonderful measures of orrery and sculpture spangled with costume gems. In the red tent, the waxen priest in the glass coffin and the books clasped to his chest. Okay. Did this commission here for Ibn, I believe, and that means that there's only... Yeah, well, there's the heart commission still here. Completely useless heart commission. Well, I mean, we could sell the iron spin tree at some point. Should probably do if we'll... I mean, we still have a very good amount of money here, so maybe we don't ever have to. And Rhaenyra's coming home. And yeah, you don't, of course, know anything about this. And, oh, more fascination. You know what? We're just not gonna let it turn into fascination, that dream of a key. We're just gonna dream it away. Oh, and a season of fascination is coming up. Okay, dream of a key over here. Did you make evidence? Of course you made evidence. Like, how would you not make evidence? You made evidence the last 3 times you get any notoriety, so of course you're gonna make evidence. So we need to fix the wildering mirror. Once more, we have 2 spin trees, so we can do that. But first of all, we want to get rid of the evidence, so we're not gonna be doing that immediately. Then again, fixing the mirror is the thing that makes us go forward, and just sensitive evidence isn't actually a problem yet. So yeah, and it's gonna stick around for a while. So unless we have... No, there's just a season of fascination coming up. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so we'll fix the mirror as soon as we can. In the red sand, a madness of paper. The circus folk have pasted diagram-crowded paper to every surface. The anatomies of time, the dissections of old weather. The place stinks of nowhere. We should burn it when we leave. A threshold table holds an unceremonious muddle of trophies and keepsakes. So we get a true and accurate history of the Shadowless Kings. Right. You know what? This shouldn't be here. This should be here. All this mystique and glimmering is just blocking up my path. Because I want to put books here that I'm not sure about if we want to read them. Find some jumble. Found the Sun's passages. Found the ivory book. Found a writhing call. This is Grail stuff. And we find a Sanskrit reader. Well, we speak Sanskrit, so more stuff for us to sell. Okay, now so I remember that from there you can find a book that gives you the sunset right. I think it's actually the ivory book here. I'm wondering if that's the only reason I had it as a place where we should go, because it's possible. Well, next up, Cave of Candles. And here we're gonna need some Forge or Winter, and there's gonna be a younger sister. But are you guys Forge or Winter? You are Winter, okay. So just having you two there should be able to deal with this. Every 7th sunset, the cunning man comes from the village below to renew the candles. The floor of the entrance chamber is slick of stinking wax. He claims the light keeps the creature below code, but more likely the sacrifices he brings keep it too sated to emerge. The ascent to the cave through the high passes will be dangerous. Whatever waits in the darkness below is probably more dangerous still. Rightio, off you go. Okay, what did we read here? The world does not weep. The hours try to bury the memory of what happened to the wheel, the flint, the tide, and the 7 coin, but the dad won't permit it. Nor will he permit what happened to the first egg to be forgotten, although it is perhaps the one thing that the Watchman might ever forgive. Okay, Rite of the Beast Division and Invocation of the Ivory Dove. Put you here, and we'll try to remember to check out what this ritual does. Next, and okay, these all give Lantern lore. This gives secret histories. So let's actually just get those secret histories out. Subtitle Stories from Behind the Walls, a miscellany of non-traditional histories compiled by William Gore, including battles and generally acknowledged and countries which appear on no map, told in a playful, apparently fictional manner. Yeah, and this is of course the Wainscot histories that we're reading right now. Gore doesn't mention the manses directly, but constant coy metaphorical references to ascending the staircase of years, to the doors of sleep, and to the blue light of dawn suggest that he had commerce with the unseen world. At the stag door, once more, we head to the ascent of nice, get a bitter atmosphere. Hey, that bitter atmosphere will eventually turn into dread. So once it goes here, we can finally get rid of this. Good, and since we don't want any more fascination here, we're gonna dream on the peacock door about the dream of a key. It's gonna turn into the lesser crossroads, and everything will be fine. What do we do? Oh, a commission. Right. And no commissions for us to work on right now. So what's coming up next? Fascination. Right. Well, we'll just work with our health just to keep the money in here. Well, not in here, but yeah, since we're losing one every minute. Ooh, Season of Dread. That's unfortunate because it might drop. No, this can take a while. Is it? It's gonna take 25 seconds to turn into a level 6. Then it's gonna take a minute to turn into a level 2, and then it's gonna take a minute to turn into a dread. So 2.5 minutes, and this will only be here. Yeah. This will be gone when we have the dread here. Do we know what you're doing? You are trying to assault us. So let's send a Lidlow there to try to stop you, or to hinder you. Doesn't actually stop it. Right, so Wainscot history is read. It was common in that time to speak of the division of the sun, by which contemporaries understood the eruption of barbarian forces and of their uncouth gods. Okay, a fertile truth doesn't really help us at all. Also, why is this Menacegate invocation over here? It should be down here. Right, so the Locksmith Dream, Stolen Reflections. That's the next thing for us to read. The 4th volume of Teresa Galmia's expansive work, no longer a discussion of the dreams of artisans, but a valuable survey of other works. The tone is calmer than that of Trespasses, but occasionally fearful, even paranoid. This volume was published in 1926, but almost immediately recalled and pulled by the publisher, at the request of the author or possibly the authorities, depending which story you believe. A few copies survive. Wait, why did you go away? If I'm here and I click here, oh, it just goes away. Right. I'm trying to get this to go away. Janus is the gatekeeper, the twin god, the god that wounds, the presager of changes, the sun, the moon. So we'll identify him with the Watchman, the twins, with the mother, with the forge, with the Menacegate and the Madrigal. He cannot be all of these, can he? The Flamings knew the church, knew the dry land, knew Elagabalus. Is he then synthesis, or is it something else? In Galatia they called him Lanus Lamius, but the Obliviates are notorious for their slanders. Right. And I forgot to check if it actually gives us fascination, so... And it actually does! Crap! Oh, crap! Should have checked that before I started reading it. Oh well, can't be helped anymore. Well, at least it's not gonna kill us. But where are we gonna get a thing that helps us to get rid of this? Hey, the Lesser Crossroads. And a hanger-on. We don't like hanger-ons. Or, I mean, sure, we could maybe like... We don't dislike them, but I'd like to get those knock people. It would be much nicer to get those than to get some hanger-ons. Also, hey, you turn into a restlessness, don't you? You give us, if you give us a restlessness, this is awesome. I should have returned the commissions and gotten new commissions before I started speaking on the streets again. Well, we'll just work with our arms of steel then. And we should be dreaming about the stack door. And we should have sent this raw profit over here ages ago. Hey, Season of Dread, right. Hey, oh, that gives us a fleeting reminiscence. So, if this gives us... Yeah, this gives us a restlessness. This restlessness is gonna turn into a dread. So we're gonna have one extra dread hanging around. Ah, that's fine, we can get rid of restlessness with that. And right, you should be doing just fine over there. Yeah, there goes the fascination. This gives us a fleeting reminiscence. These are gonna turn into dreads. Yeah, so we'll have one extra dread hanging around. Janus has, they say, not one face but two. To which I reply, why only one? Why only two? Hussault and Cosily, according to Thomas Love Denman, once agreed that Janus was all the gods and none. But later, Hussault insisted he was all the gods and Cosily favored simply none. Denman was a sinister dilettante, but this rings true of them both. So we get an ecdicist parable, and we get an unmerciful mantra. We didn't even have an unmerciful mantra before. Interesting. Right, and then we can read more books, like Against the Sisterhood of the Knot. It's in Greek, so let's translate it, and I'll check if it's actually something we can read first. Yeah, that doesn't give us any fascination. Okay. But hey, we dealt with this fascination situation, basically, here. And, yep, we'll just keep working with our physique. And I don't dare to go to the Painted River, so we'll just head to the Ascent of Knives. Basically, is there any point in even going to... Well, we can get the Forgotten Chronicles from there, and just having more of those is a positive thing, since we can turn them just to, you know, Forbidden Epics, and then to Unresolved Ambiguities, and to the higher level stuff, which we should really be already doing. And since we're doing the commission things here right now, we should probably just try to focus on that instead of just reading books that are pretty useless to read. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, so we'll just keep going through the stack door, finding those Forgotten Chronicles. How are we getting everything from Unresolved Ambiguity? What is your level? You're level 10. And we didn't have a single one of you actually explored, I think. Yeah, so we should probably explore the Unresolved Ambiguities, because we can find the Eye of Ikumawi from there, and from the Eye of Ikumawi we can find the Watchman's Glass. So having two mirrors would be pretty good as well. Also, why am I not fixing the mirror? I was supposed to fix the mirror. Okay, what's coming up next? Season of Dread again. That's unfortunate. Because now those dreads might actually go there instead of going, you know, here where they should be going. Finish job work. And sure, we can work some more. Okay, we translate it Against the Sisterhood of the Knot, so let's read it. It is Against the Sisterhood of the Knot and the foulness of their depraved customs. Hieronymus Pseudo-Hypnorodamachus wrote this furious screed about the sinister influence of the Sisterhood on his own Church of the Unconquered Sun. Hieronymus claims that the power served by the Sisterhood of the Knot made an arrangement. The Thunderskin loved the Yew, and the Grail destroyed him as restitution for the destruction of the Axe's loved ones. Hieronymus' writing becomes incoherent with rage at this point. Okay, so the one dread's gonna go there, it's going to get rid of that, but now this is gonna turn into a dread and it will go to, well, this thing that grabs dread. It's kinda unfortunate. Hey, Enid! Nice! She is a knock person, and those are the ones we wanted. Okay, let's fix... You know what? Let's take the commissions. Or give this commission at least first. Then we'll fix the wildering mirror, and then we'll try to dream about good stuff again. We'll go to the painted river, get an erudition, it will help us. And the problem with dreaming about the stag door all the time is that the stag door really isn't that a helpful door. But, you know, it's a safe door to dream about most of the time. Okay, there's our bronze spin trace, so now we can fix the mirror. Alciane, you fix that mirror, please. We'll use the bronze spin tray for that. What's coming up next? Alright, despair. And we'll just keep working with our health. Puppy, why are you there? The reason should be somewhere else. And there went that dread. Okay. Read this book. Hieronymus recovers his composure eventually to describe how the Thunderskin entered the mantis through the peacock door. This, Hieronymus insists, is abomination upon abomination, but then the most abominable of doors has always been an abomination. So that's a forbidden epic. Forbidden epics are level 8 stuff. And I actually think we found every single level 8 place except for the you know, the one you can just do over and over again. So we're just gonna start combining these forbidden epics into unresolved ambiguities. Because there's no point in reading these books. They only give us some stuff that's not really that helpful. I feel like just getting to the highest level secret history is going to be the most important thing for our studying here. Okay, there goes our fascinations. You are just gonna take one of our funds. That's fine. And here we are. Let's get the painted river, get a fascination. Okay. That fascination isn't gonna help us. Because we don't have that dread, because the dread is here. Okay, we'll dream about the stack door. Some more. Okay, Nests of Lights. A light cache of treasures culled over the years from the serpent's meals. It snows them into a glinting pile. Spawn some Ichor Vitreus, which is a lantern thing. Found the account of Kanishk at the spider's door. And we found the sky, the soul. Oh, and an intensity of radiance. Well, luckily we just finished our work, so we can use a ritual to get rid of that intensity of radiance. So, sunset, right. Intensity of radiance. Formula of Ophidian. Forge or edge? Edge? Sharp-edged lantern thing. You know, I don't want a sharp-edged lantern thing because they turn into fascination once they're gone. So, forge. So what we really need to do is we need to use the right of the map's edge. The intensity of radiance there. Put the Malleus imperative there. Put the formula of Ophidian there. Huh. Okay, so I need even more forge. Oh, you're right, because this will give a King Crucible. Of course, he's gonna require 10 at least. But hey, I just managed to look at how long this video has been going on. I think we're gonna have to end this one here. I'll figure out what we're gonna summon between episodes, and we'll start with that summoning. Goodbye, world. Thanks for watching. See you next time.